If you're feeling stuck, it means you've answered the call. The fact that you're watching this video, the fact that you've taken steps to start that business or leave behind the relationships that are no longer serving you, it means you've answered the call to live an extraordinary life, a life beyond your wildest dreams, one that is completely in alignment with who you are and what your soul came here to earth to experience, one that is completely fulfilling in the way that you're ultimately destined to serve other people. Now, you may not know exactly what that looks like. The vision might not be completely clear to you. And that's okay. That's the way that it's meant to be. The fact that you've answered the call means that the end is already guaranteed. Your prayers have been heard. You don't need to send out any more prayers or do any more manifestations. Those prayers have been answered. And all you need to do is embrace the journey and trust in the journey, because this is the process of life now redirecting you to that life of your dreams. It's when life says to you, okay, if this is the life that you want, these are the ways that you're going to need to grow and expand. There may be some unexpected detours and challenges along the way as the universe basically says to you, if this is if you are answering the call to your destiny, these are the experiences you're going to need first. These are the lessons you're going to need to learn. These are the people you have to meet in order to make that happen. And this process can be very difficult, painful. You feel stuck a lot, and that's okay. This is a blessing. The majority of people in this world construct their entire personalities and their entire life in order so that they don't bump up against these fears, and so that they don't encounter failure. They settle for a job that they hate, a mundane job, so that they never have to experience these sorts of challenges, so that life never really pushes them to maximize their full potential. But if you're watching this video, this isn't you. This isn't what you came here to do. You came here to do something that's truly special and amazing and extraordinary and true to yourself. And so this does necessitate moving through all those inner blocks, that inner resistance, the fear. And this isn't only the limiting beliefs and the childhood wounds, the unworthiness and the rejection and the fear of failure. It's also the fear of success, the fear of shining our light and becoming everything that we can be, the possibility of shining so bright that it makes other people insecure and uncomfortable. You know, the famous quote by Marianne Williamson says, "We're not really afraid of our darkness. We're afraid of our light. We're afraid of shining too bright." And this is something that I continue to find to be true. But this is the journey. This is the journey that we get to experience. It's the one we've chosen. It's the journey we get to trust in. It's the hero's journey that's been talked about throughout humanity's history, of traveling into the underworld to slay your own demons and confront your own darkness. This is why psychologist Carl Jung said that no tree can grow to heaven unless its roots reach down to hell. And so living a life where you are truly shining and thriving and living in your power and your abundance, it means unraveling and undoing all of this human programming, all the things that we have been taught to believe of fear and scarcity and not enoughness. And when these things come up in the body to be purged and let go of, so it leaves our energetic field for good, it is difficult, it is uncomfortable, but it is a great thing. It should be viewed as a true privilege and a sign that you are on the right path. And so, how do we move through these points? Because I come up against these these times a lot where it just feels like I am stuck in the mud. I don't know what my vision is. I don't know how to move forward. It feels like none of my actions are paying off. There's really no creative inspiration pouring in. And so, how do we move through this? And my tip for you today is it's all about pattern interruption. Now, let me give you a personal example. In the past few weeks, I've taken a couple trips. I've traveled. I made a video about the triathlon that I traveled to. I did some traveling with my family. We got to see some new areas here in Colorado, spend some time outdoors hiking at the hot springs, just doing all this fun stuff. And every time I travel, I always notice when I come back that in some way or another, I'm a different person. I've had new experiences. I've gathered new perspective. I've seen new parts of the world and talked to new people. And in some way, I'm different. I'm changed. It has given me, it has interrupted the patterns of my normal, usual self, the dialogue in my head, the routines and habits of, getting out of bed on the same side every day and doing the same morning routine. And your brain starts in that same negative loop about how I have to do this and I need to do that, and I need to live up to people's expectations and do all these things, meet obligations. And so for me, travel is something that gives me that sense of pattern interruption where I come back feeling refreshed, renewed, ready to take on something new with new creative inspiration. This is also something I learned from Dr. Joe Dispenza when I went to his retreat last summer. Is that when you're in this environment with all these new people who are super self-motivated and inspired to bring about change in their life, and you are you're staying for a week in this hotel, meditating at this retreat, manifesting all week and getting clear on what it is you want. When you're in that kind of environment, having that peak experience, it's pretty easy to come up with new thoughts and be very focused on what it is you're doing and creating a new life. The real challenge is taking back that knowledge and integrating it into your life when you go back home and you see your family and your friends and your coworkers, and you fall back into those routines. That's the real challenge, is to maintain the change that you have made. But it is really about breaking the patterns of the mind and the body and feeling the familiar emotions, thinking the same thoughts, engaging in the same actions, being a victim and complaining to the same people. This is the challenge. And so I want to encourage you to break your normal patterns in whatever way that looks like for you. If you've been thinking about taking a trip, book that ticket, take that trip, travel and see new parts of the world, spend time with the people that you love and you care about. Maybe you are not able to take a trip financially or with your work schedule. And so maybe just go out for a weekend, 1 or 2 days, just spend a night in the mountains, camping, shut off your cell phone and get off social media, do a little social media fast. Maybe it's just introducing something new in your routine where you get up half an hour earlier and you go for a jog every morning. Maybe you buy a gym membership and you commit to going to the gym and working on your physical fitness. Maybe it's just picking up a new hobby. I think hobbies are great, and they're something that all of us need. We need something that's going to bring us that true joy and fullness and put a smile on your face. You might be kind of weary about spending money on picking up a new hobby, but I would really challenge you and encourage you to just go for it. Even if you do need to spend a little extra money that's beyond your means right now, I say go for it, because it will repay you tenfold in the joy that it brings. And when you are really doing something that lights you up and it excites you, and you're coming from a place of joy, that's usually when, for me, the creativity comes, or when you get that phone call, that new opportunity, because you're emanating that happiness and that joy and fulfillment into the world. You have kind of broken that pattern of being stressed out and worried about finances, worried about work, and you're just coming from that childlike place of happiness. And that's generally when things in life start to flow. So find that new hobby that really lights you up, or just spend time with friends. Call a friend that you haven't talked to in a while. It is all about breaking those patterns of being in that old stuck energy, and just stepping into something new, something exciting. You are stepping into the unknown. And when you step into the unknown, this is when true miracles can show up in your life, because you're not expecting them. You don't have that attachment or that expectation. And so just explore. Follow the things that you are curious about, the things that you know light your heart up. Make those changes that you know that you need to make in life, and just go for it. There is no time like the present. You may as well just leap. It's a temporary experience in this human form, and all there is this game. So we may as well just attack it with everything we got, and try to extract all the potential that we can, to make the most of this life and ultimately be of service to the whole. So, guys, if you enjoyed this message, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new to the channel. It really helps me out a lot. Be sure to also check out some of the free resources I have down in the description below on my website. If you're looking for one-on-one coaching, I do have that available. I'll put the information for you to check out down in the description as well. Thanks so much for joining me. Leave me a comment as well. Let me know what your experience has been, and if there's anything, any tools, techniques, mindset shifts, big breakthroughs that you've had that have helped you break out of a rut and a point of being stuck. I would love to hear it, and other people would probably find it very valuable as well. So thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you guys soon, and have a great day.